And of course, this is Sporty Monday. Welcome back. And of course, the show continues. Now, this past week, of course, a football legend or a football administrative legend, Bob Munro, breathed his last. And of course, his remains will be cremated tomorrow. Let's take a look at some of the life and times of Bob Munro. But Orandi, as we look forward to that, what a big loss to the football fraternity.
Indeed, it's sad to actually watch these last moments and watch the emotions that also accompany that. When you see that that hearse going to my headquarters and you see the emotions, it creates a picture that this was a person that really influenced this community and this country at large, and he will be sorely missed so much. And I don't know who will take over where he left. His shoes are quite big, and I think what I can say is just let's let him rest in peace, and we'll sorely miss him. And I hope Maisa also continues in his footsteps, in his honor, and does exploits and actually grows from where he left it.
Yeah. And of course, Zita, you covered Bob. You spent plenty of time with him. And basically yesterday, it was more of a how do I call, but more of a procession from Lee Funeral Home all the way to Maisa headquarters, what he helped set, probably a goodbye to an institution that has really towered over Kenyan football for the last 30 years since Bob came into this country.
Bob was a father to many. He nurtured a lot of talents across, let's say across all the in Kibera, Mathare, let's say across not only Nairobi but across even the whole country. So a lot of people know him on what he did. Of course, a lot of people know him when we formed the KPL. A lot of people know him, and if you see most of the people now for 30 years, 70% of coaches in the KPL followed
of Maisa.
Yes, they went through Maisa. Talk about referees, talk about even players who are playing now, because Maisa, you know, they have their own league where as a small boy or a small girl start their talent, growing their talent from there, because they have the under 13, they have the under 9, they have the under 15, they have the under 14. So for me, I think he has done a lot of things like nurturing talents of people. One thing I want to just ask, that let the legacy stay there. Let all these, the leagues, the Maisa League, the Maisa things that he was doing for the Mathare community, let it be there to do what, to let us continue his legacy as we rest him. We rest him on Tuesday. Actually
tomorrow. And tomorrow, yeah.
Yes, Tuesday,
tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Shitera, the legacy of Bob is so towering, so towering. Apart from the coaches, the players in the Kenyan Premier League, in the National Super League, several others that went to Scandinavian countries have since retired. It took a foreigner to come and do this for us. But sadly, I don't really think Bob got the recognition he so dearly deserved.
You see, when I see the procession that started off at the Lee Funeral Home, all the way through Isili, Huruma, Mathare, to Kangundo Road. It reminds me of Griffins, the late Griffins, a person who really revolutionized the education system in this country. And when he was laid to rest, then that is the day the name of Starehe Boys Center went down. I pray and believe so much that Maisa will not go with Bob Munro. May his soul rest in peace. Because this is a guy who really brought disruptions to the dominance of FC Leopards, Gor Mahia, and Kenya Breweries then in the late 90s in the Kenyan Premier League, where a club outside of the Premier League will go on and win a prestigious Moi Golden Cup. And then, hey, everyone will ask, what is this team, Mathare United, from where? You see, no one knew that a team from outside the Kenya Premier League will go and win the Moi Golden Cup, which was a very prestigious tournament attended by the then president, the late Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. So I believe even as he rests, we as football stakeholders will pick it from where he has left and ensure that the spirit and the football of this country lives to the standards that it deserves, so to speak. Even as we lay Bob Munro, I pray and believe that Mathare United and Maisa will go on at least to ensure that in the next 2, 3, 4 years they win the Premier League in honor of the fallen hero in the Kenyan football industry.
And of course, talking of Bob Munro, let's take a listen to what some of the stakeholders had to say regarding the fallen legend.
Yes, he's dead, but the spirit still lives with us. So our main focus is just to be focused and keep his legacy. That's all I can say about him.
One thing that my father would want anybody to take away from is do the right thing for the right reason. If you have any doubt, you know you're not doing the right thing. And integrity. My father had a lot of integrity. He believes in people would always, always have the right on their side.
Every person has a meaning in life, and given half a chance, everyone can excel, and this is Bob's message. Care for the environment. Be mindful of your surroundings and of the people that you care for, and for everyone. So that's what I take from Bob.
And he used to ask me to go for football matches with him. And I used to be so excited because I was called the miracle child for Mathare United because I was born the year that they won the league. So I was very special and I liked that so much.
On Monday, we have a church service at St. Andrew's Anglican, just opposite Nairobi University. And then after the church service, on Tuesday, we'll have a cremation at Kariako. And then Bob wishes were that the body was to be cremated, and on Wednesday we'll have the ashes sprinkled at Maisa Komarok, that's our headquarters, and Karura Forest.
And of course, that was the procession yesterday from the Lee Funeral Home to Maisa headquarters. Is it, apart from his love for football, Bob also had a big heart. Yes. And not just his biological children. Mm-hmm. He also adopted children in Kenya.
Of his friends.
Yeah.
I think his friend passed on, and then he decided to adopt the 3 of the kids. So you can see one of the grandchildren from the adopted kids. You can see one of the last born son from the adopted kids. So he took in the 3 of them. And then Camila, of course, the only daughter that he had. And then he'd adopted one of them, but he wasn't living here, one of the daughters outside the country, so he was living with Camila. So he had a big heart of helping people. And we know a lot of people that he has even helped going to school, like paying for them school fees through talent. And again, a lot of people that he has taken to Norway. Every year kuna mtoto mwenye alikuwa anatoka Mathare anaenda Norway.
Actually,
sijui Shitara kwa nini hakwenda Norway.
No, but I've always been clear on it that I chose a different path, the academic path.
Okay.
Had I not chosen the academic path, had I not taken the academic path, then I would have been in that team that went to Norway.
Even Origi, you remember saying that
Arnold.
The first time he went, Arnold Origi, when you're going to Norway, you can see even pictures when he was still young in Maisa. So Maisa has done, Maisa and the foundation Maisa, through Bob, has done a lot of things for the people. Going to school, paying school fees for kids. People going outside. Kuna watu walikuwa wanajua wataishika hata hiyo passport.
And you see, he
of the
decided,
they have.
Most of the academies you are talking about are entrenched in the leafy suburbs of this country. Yes. But he decided to put it at the heart of the slum in Mathare. Yes. So not only did he tap football talent, he also brought up programs that would really help young people and give them the importance of going to school, for example.
And
because if you are not talented in a class, then you can do some football.
And before the
he
Women
advocated
League
for
started,
both.
Then before the Women League started, we had the MISA tournament that used to run every December. That is football, women football from, as in teams from Kibera, from all over Kawangware. They used to participate in that MISA tournament every year, and then you get the best players. And KPL by that time, or FKF Premier League, used to take best players from that tournament that was happening.
Around in 30 seconds,
Yes.
Probably, they say the late Tom Boyer organized academic airlift to Europe and North America, and it birthed many leaders in the political scene.
Yeah.
But for MISA, actually, Bob also organized that airlift, but in this case for football.
Yeah, and without even forgetting, we have a recent notable beneficiary of MISA as recent as 2017 in the name of Ogam. Ogam is also a product of MISA. Actually went to Norway in 2017 under MISA. See the kind of products MISA is churning. You know, it's also good to get that kind of exposure and coming back and also impacting your fellow teammates who have not gotten the opportunity to go out with that kind of exposure brings that essence of teamwork. Because when you go out there, most definitely, if you want to really learn, you will learn and come and assist your team. That's what is called teamwork. So that is the benefits of actually going out. Ask anyone, any footballer, including former footballer here, Shitera, that going out is every player's
Dream, yeah.
And getting on that plane and going out and experiencing what the world has to offer is what every player wants to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To the question of the day today, we'd asked you, what do you think Shujaa, Kenya Rugby Sevens team Shujaa, needs to do differently? What should Shujaa do to regain their top glory or lost glory in Rugby Sevens series? This after finishing 10th at the Perth Sevens in Australia. Talk to us, 22422, hashtag SPORTYMAN, at Isaac Swiller, at Citizen TV Kenya. Of course, you can X us, and also on Facebook, talk to us, and we'll be sampling some of your feedback shortly. And